This morning as we visit with our good friend Loren Merkle from Merkle Retirement Planning, because a great tax strategy can pay dividends when it comes to retirement, Loren, isn't it?
Yeah, Lou, good morning. One of the things that we always talk about is how do you increase your spendable income in retirement or even pre-retirement age? And one of the ways that you can increase your spendable income is by decreasing the amount that you pay to Uncle Sam. And the most effective way to decrease the tax bill that you owe is to implement effective tax strategies. And this is the time of year that we all kind of not look forward to, because this is where we got to settle up with Uncle Sam, and we got to go through this work to get organized and then file our tax return to see what that ultimate bill is going to be.
Now, that is really the key. You said to get organized, and I have to give props to my wife, Kathy. She has our taxes already for coming up in 99 days. She has them in different piles. Everything is all set up right now. She is very organized, and that is key, isn't it?
Yeah, good work, Kathy. That's exactly what we recommend, and I think it's more important this year than probably ever, or at least in recent history, because the more organized you are, especially if you're using a CPA. I mean, think about what the CPAs went through last year. They had to siphon through the CARES Act, and they had to learn about the CARES Act regulations and the PPP loans that were offered. I mean, they were working 12 to 14 hours a day nonstop last year, and they didn't get nearly as big of a break as what they usually do to prepare for tax filing season this year. So the more organized that you are, just like Kathy, you have your W-2s in a row, you have your 1099s in a row, you have your deductions. If you're going to itemize, all that stuff should be organized in a folder or one neat, nice, concise way to give your CPA a better way to access your information to help you return. And it will help you too, because then they can file your return much quicker, and you're going to get that information and your refund, if it's applicable, in a much more expeditious way as well.
Okay, now some people might be saying, well, I'm not going to be retiring for a little while here, Loren. I might be retiring in 5 years or 6 years. Why do I need to be so organized right now?
Well, you still have to, even though you may not retire in 5 years, you still have to file a return this year. So the organization will help with the efficiency of your return this year. But also, it may help you with some tax strategies, because even though you may not retire for 5 to 10 years, tax rates right now are on sale. So we need to look at what tax strategies can you implement. Maybe a Roth conversion makes sense. And maybe a Roth conversion makes sense for 2021. Maybe we should start thinking about what we're going to do for the 2022 tax year, because eventually tax rates are going to go up. Most of the people I talk to, when I teach our classes, I ask the room, I say, how many people think taxes are going to go up, stay the same, or go down in the near future? Almost everybody, almost every time, says they think tax rates are going to go up. So if we can buy out Uncle Sam on your terms, then more likely you're going to buy out Uncle Sam at a smaller dollar amount, and being organized helps with those types of strategies.
So get yourself organized, get a bigger refund, then take that refund and apply it towards your retirement, is what you're saying.
Well, if it makes sense, there's a lot of different ways that if you get a refund, there's a lot of different ways that you can use that refund. Certainly making an IRA contribution, whether it's a tax deductible contribution or a Roth contribution for this year, that could be a good strategy. If you have some debt that it makes sense to pay off, maybe that's a good strategy. Maybe you did a Roth conversion last year, again, because tax rates are on sale, and you didn't withhold from that conversion. Maybe you want to use that to help pay for taxes. Cash right now is a really good way to spend cash to help pay those taxes, because cash at the banks aren't making us a whole lot. And if you can do a Roth conversion, pay that tax at a lower rate now than what you may have to in the future, and use cash that you're earning basically nothing on, it's a really good way to buy out Uncle Sam. So just consider strategies like that as far as how you might apply that refund or any of the cash that you may have in excess of the emergency funds that you need.
All right, I want to talk quickly about your workshop that's going to be tomorrow. Tell us about that, because you're talking about your taxes.
Yeah, tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We can't wait for this workshop. We have 4 very specific strategies that you should be looking at before you file your taxes. And we're going to cover that again starting at 1 o'clock. It's about a 30-minute online workshop, so it's not going to be too long, but it's going to be really pinpointed, concise, 4 specific strategies you should look at prior to filing your taxes.
All right, Loren, people want to get that, just merkleplan.com, follow the little leads there and register, and we will be good to go. Loren Merkle from Merkle Retirement Planning, thank you so much, buddy. We'll talk to you next time.
Great to see you, Lou.